Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about trigonometric ratios for sum and difference of angles. Like suppose there are two angles A and B, then we will find out the trigonometric ratios for A plus B and A minus B. To find out the trigonometric ratios of sine A plus B and cos A plus B, we will draw a diagram in which we find that OL is suppose the initial position of the revolving line. It moves in the anti-clockwise direction to the position OM where the angle formed by it is A. Then further it moves to the position ON and makes an angle B. And if we see, this complete angle will be the sum of the angles A and B, that we can say is A plus B. Further, what we do, on this line ON, we take a point P, and from P we draw two perpendiculars. One on the initial position, that is PQ, another on the second position, that is OM, and that perpendicular is PR. From R again we draw two perpendiculars, one on the initial position, that is RS, and another we draw on the line PQ, that is RT. After that, we will see that this angle A and this angle will be equal or not, because they are alternate interior angles. So we can say that angle TRO is equal to angle A because they are alternate interior angles. Now we also know that angle R is equal to 90 degree. If this complete angle R is 90 degree, can we say then angle TRP will be equal to 90 minus A? And now if we go in triangle PTR, in triangle PTR, we find angle T is equal to 90 degree. Angle TRP, we have already seen that this is 90 minus A. And if we use the angle sum property of the triangle, sum of all these three angles is 180. Certainly we will find that angle TPR is also equal to A. And now, to find out the value of sine A plus B, we can see in this particular triangle, sine A plus B is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is PQ. Hypotenuse is OP. Can we write this PQ as PT plus TQ upon OP? We can also write this as PT plus TQ and RS are same, because this is a rectangle, you can see. And hence we can write TQ can be replaced by RS. So we write here RS upon OP. Since we can write RS is equal to TQ. If we write them separately, PT upon OP plus RS upon OP. And then what we do, this step you have to remember, PT and OP, we see where is PT? PT is the part of this triangle. And OP is the part of this triangle. What we find, the common side is PR in both. So we divide and multiply this by PR into PR upon OP. Same way in this also we can see RS. RS is the side of this particular triangle, you can see. We divide this by OR. So we can write this as RS upon OR, multiply also by OR upon OP. Then what we find here, see here PT upon PR. PT is in this triangle PTR. And PR is here. So PT we are finding is the base for this angle A. and PR is the hypotenuse. And what is base upon hypotenuse? That is cosine. So this will be cos of A. PR upon OP. PR when we see and OP, we find these are in this particular triangle, and for angle B, PR is the perpendicular and this OP is the hypotenuse. Perpendicular hypotenuse we know is sine, and sine for what? B. So this is sine of B. When we find the value of RS upon OR, RS upon OR, in this particular triangle for A you find RS is perpendicular, OR is hypotenuse, so it is sine of A into OR upon OP. See, OR is this and OP is this. In this particular triangle you find for B, OR is the base and OP is the hypotenuse. So will it be cos B? Yes, it is cos of B. And if we write them in a systematic way, we can remember this as sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. This becomes the formula for sine of A plus B. So we can remember sine A plus B is equal to sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. Now let's learn about the formula for cos A plus B. Let's find out now cos A plus B. Cos A plus B here is, in this triangle for A plus B, base is OQ and hypotenuse is OP. This is OQ upon OP. Can we write OQ as OS minus QS? And we also see here that QS is same as TR. So can we write here OS minus TR upon OP? Since we find TR is same as QS because this is a rectangle. And we write them separately, OS upon OP minus TR upon OP. Now like in sine A plus B we've done, we'll multiply and divide this part by some number. And what is that? You see OS is the part of this triangle and OP is the part of this triangle, and the common side in them is OR. So we multiply and divide this by OR minus TR upon OP. Here also we have to do it, TR OP. What we have to find? TR is the part of this triangle and OP is the part of this triangle, so we find PR is the common side. So we multiply and divide this by PR, multiply, divide by PR. OS upon OR. OS is the base, OR is the hypotenuse for angle A. So will it be cos of A? OR upon OP. OR is the base for B and OP is the hypotenuse. So will it be cos B minus TR upon PR. TR is the opposite side to A, so this is the perpendicular. PR is the hypotenuse. So perpendicular upon hypotenuse is sine, so we can write this as sine A. PR upon OP. PR you find for B is perpendicular, OP is the hypotenuse, so will it be sine B? It means we find the formula for cos of A plus B is cos A into cos B minus sine A into sine B. This becomes the formula for cos A plus B. Let's learn now for sine A minus B and cos A minus B. To find the formula for sine A minus B and cos of A minus B, now we have two methods. One is the same way we draw a diagram in which the angle A minus B will be shown and those triangles will be used. Another method, we can make use of sine A plus B and cos A plus B to find the formula for sine A minus B and cos A minus B. And how we can do that? We know that sine of A plus B is equal to sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. If we replace here B by minus B, we can write replace B by minus B. What we find here? We find this will become sine of A plus minus B is equal to sine A into cos of minus B plus cos A into sine of minus B. And we get here, this is sine of A minus B equal to sine A into cos B, because we know cos minus B is cos B, minus cos A into sine B, since we know that cos of minus theta is cos of theta and sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So here sine minus B will become minus sine B, and then minus into plus will become minus. So this becomes the formula for sine A minus B. The only difference here is that if it is A minus B, then the sign between the two terms is also negative. Let's see the formula for cos A minus B. If we go for cos A plus B, we know that cos of A plus B is equal to cos A into cos B minus sine A into sine B. And here also if we replace B by minus B, what we find? We will find cos of A plus minus B is equal to cos A into cos of minus B minus sine A into sine of minus B. And if we simplify, we get here cos of A minus B is equal to cos A into cos B plus sine A into sine B using the same formula. Sine minus B is minus sine B, and minus into minus will become plus. So the formula for cos A minus B becomes cos A into cos B plus sine A into sine B. This is the way we can find the formula for sine A minus B and cos A minus B by using the formula of A plus B. Now suppose we want to find out the formula for tan A plus B. Tan A plus B. We know that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. So can we write here, this will be sine A plus B upon cos of A plus B. And we have just now learned the formula for both. If we apply that formula here, this will be sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. Cos A plus B is cos A into cos B minus sine A into sine B. Now if we divide both numerator and denominator by cos A into cos B, so we write here divide numerator and denominator by cos A into cos B. Why we divide by cos A into cos B? That's the question. So we should know the answer to it. We are dividing this by cos A into cos B because we know tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. If cos theta is in the denominator, then it may be converted into the form of tan theta. And we want to find a formula of tan A plus B. So this should be in terms of tan A and tan B only. That's the reason we divide this by cos A into cos B. And if we divide them, this will be sine A into cos B upon cos A into cos B plus cos A into sin B upon cos A into cos B in the denominator. Cos A into cos B divided by cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B upon cos A into cos B. We find here that this cos B and cos B cancel. Here cos A and cos A cancel. Here both cos A and cos B cancel. And hence we find here sin A upon cos A. We know sin A upon cos A is tan A plus this is sin B upon cos B. This is tan B. And here we find this is 1 minus sin A upon cos A is tan A into sin B upon cos B is tan B. So the formula becomes here for tan A plus B, that is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A into tan B. This is the formula for tan A plus B. Let's learn now about tan A minus B. Tan A minus B can be written as sin of A minus B upon cos A minus B, as we have already discussed that tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. And we apply the formula for both. This is sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B. Cos A minus B is cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. And the same thing we do here as we have done in the previous one, that is we will divide numerator and denominator, dividing numerator and denominator by cos A into cos B. The reason I have already told you why we are dividing by cos A and cos B. So this becomes sin A into cos B upon cos A into cos B minus cos A into sin B upon cos A into cos B, and the denominator will be cos A into cos B upon cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B upon cos A into cos B. And we find here cos B and cos B cancel, here cos A and cos A cancel, here both cancel, and then we get sin A upon cos A, that is tan A, minus sin B upon cos B, that is tan B, upon this is 1 plus sin A upon cos A, tan A into sin B upon cos B, that is tan B. So we've got the formula now for tan A minus B, and that is tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A into tan B. Similarly, we can go for cot A plus B and cot A minus B also. Let's do that. When we want to find out the formula for cot A plus B, cot A plus B, can we write this as cos of A plus B upon sin of A plus B? Because we know that cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sin theta. Now we know the formula of both. Cos A plus B is cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B upon sin A into cos B plus cos A into sin B. And this time we will divide both numerator and denominator by dividing numerator and denominator by sin A into sin B. And you can understand the reason here again. Sin A into sin B, because we know cos theta upon sin theta is cot theta. And when we divide it, we are finding cos A into cos B upon sin A into sin B minus sin A into sin B upon sin A into sin B whole upon sin A into cos B upon sin A into sin B plus cos A into sin B upon sin A into sin B. See here, we are finding nothing is cancelled here, but here both are cancelled. In this, sin A is cancelled, and in this, sin B is cancelled. And then what we are getting? Cos A upon sin A is cot A. Cos B upon sin B is cot B. Minus 1 upon cos B upon sin B cot B plus cos A upon sin A is cot A. So the thing we have to remember here is that in the denominator, instead of cot A plus cot B, B is coming first. So this is the formula for cot A plus B, that is cot A into cot B minus 1 upon cot B plus cot A. Similarly, if we want to find out the formula for cot A minus B, we will find here this will be plus and this will become minus. So it will be cot A into cot B plus 1 upon cot B minus cot A. So please remember that in the formula of cot A plus B and cot A minus B, in the denominator you are finding cot B is first and then cot A. Cot B plus cot A, and this it is cot B minus cot A. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.